What's up, YouTube? This is your boy, Big Kaz. About to end this Tuesday night. I'm a day late uploading this video, but hey, I'm going to do it anyway. Wendy's 4 for 4. The LePRIDE Parade is froze like a Nintendo 64. LeBron lacks NBA lore. OKC in 4. Pride Parade, I thought your glorious king was the GOAT, huh? I thought he could play all 5 positions, huh? I thought he always makes the right play and that he has the clutch gene, huh? Thought y'all said that him and Bronny are going to be the first father and son duo to win an NBA championship together, right? The ship has sailed and OKC put a Birdman in clips. I won't do the bird call because I ain't trying to embarrass myself on the Los Angeles Lakers and got some Smithfield chicken and barbecue from North Carolina and put a beating on these boys. Gave them 30 tailgate specials, 100 pieces of fried chicken, 20 pints of coleslaw barbecue, potato salad, Brunswick stew, 700 hush puppies and french fries on the Los Angeles Lakers. This is about the 4th time LeBron has been swept. First in 2007 against the Spurs. Then in 2018 against the Warriors. 2023 against the Denver Nuggets. And now the great year of 2026 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Man, and y'all call this dude the GOAT? Please. He will never be as good as Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dr. J, Shaq, Bill Russell. I'll go on and on. I don't think he's even better than Dominique Wilkins, to be honest with you. But his time with the Lakers has been a failure. And y'all talk about, he brought the Lakers back from irrelevancy. What happened to those last years of Kobe's career, this and that? But don't you realize that in 2019, 18-19, he was activating playoff mode, and guess what happened? Missed the playoffs. And what happened in 2021 and 22 when he had AD, Westbrook, Dwight Howard, Melo, and y'all were talking about he was going to win 70 games? Those clowns at Fox Sports, such as Nick Pinocchio Wright and Shannon Sharp, Bond the GOAT, Bond the GOAT, GOAT James, GOAT James. Magic was 50 years old when Jordan beat him in 1991. Please. Y'all can't even make the play-in tournament. And what's funny is, had there been a play-in tournament when Jordan was with the Wizards, they wouldn't have made it. And people forget that in 2001, 2002, Jordan's first year with them, they were a playoff team before Jordan got hurt. He tried to play in like 10, 15 more games after that, but didn't work out because him and Rep Hamilton were building chemistry together. But, it is what it is. And that 2020 Rashida Bubblegum Tournament Championship, aka the 2020 NBA Finals, wasn't even a real championship. It was during the bubble. Nobody wanted to play because we had a, going on. And it was no home court advantage, no road. It was a glorified AAU tournament. And that makes me put LePRIDE out of my top 15. He's top 20 at best in my list. Y'all gotta start watching more games, and half of the LeBron fans aren't even fans of basketball. No wonder why the NBA is going down the tubes. since they made him the face of the league when he's 4-6 all-time in finals appearances. In 55 total NBA Finals games, guess what he is? 22 wins and 33 losses. Yep. With more help than Jordan and them. And especially for those y'all talk about, Jordan was 1-9 without Pippen. No Pip, no chip. Well, if that's the case, who won the NBA championship in Scottie Pippen's rookie year? And the last time I checked, one of those teams actually won the NBA championship. And the following year they went to the finals but lost to the Lakers. Can you guess that team? Oh, and which team was the best team in the 1980s to not appear in the NBA Finals? For y'all illiterate clowns of the LePRIDE Parade, it was the Milwaukee Bucks in the 80s. They get and the year before they faced Jordan, they got swept by the Celtics, which is nothing, who won the championship that year, which is nothing to really be too ashamed about. And that was pretty much that same Celtics team that beat Jordan. Y'all want to clown him for getting swept by Boston? Larry Bird had just won his third MVP that first year. He had Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Danny Ainge, Bill Walton coming off the bench. He was injured for a minute, and he was an MVP back in 78, but previously he led the Trailblazers into the championship in 1977, where they defeated the Philadelphia 76ers 4-2. And Jordan came to the Bulls when the top teams were not only the Celtics, but the Bucks, the Sixers, the Pistons. Hawks got a little better, but he trusted the process. After losing to Boston, they lost to Detroit 3 straight years and finally beat them. Now, to your glorious king, LeBron James. I'm starting to think he stole the 2003-2004 Rookie of the Year from Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo actually won a playoff game. They lost to Minnesota that year in 5 games. Won Rookie of the Month. And had slightly better stats in some cases. LeBron had better defense. But I guess it was at the time when the NBA was trying to move away from the cornrows and stuff, which is bullshit. Anyways, and that 2007 finals run was overrated. Your glorious king only had that one great game during that run. 25 points in the third quarter, which he scored a total of 48 points against the Pistons, which y'all claim was a championship team. That was the worst number 1 seed in NBA history. And they lost Ben Wallace the previous year to Chicago. And 2 years prior, they lost Larry Brown to New York. And what happened in the net, and before that, playing the Wizards and the Nets, there were 500 teams. Gilbert Arenas was hurt, and then that Christich was hurt in the second round. What happened in the 2007 finals? LeBron, brick, bounce, 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 house, bounce, bounce, bounce. He's breaking it all out against the Spurs. And that's, back to Game 6 of the Detroit series. Last time I checked, a bum came off the bench and scored 31 points to help your glorious king reach the finals. Does that sound like being carried by a bunch of bums? And also, don't forget that Zydrunas Ilgauskas held Duncan to his worst finals appearance ever. And your glorious king got Smithfield's chicken and BBQ'd by Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Bruce Bowen, Brent Berry, Michael Finley, and them old Spurs. And y'all talk about Michael Jordan didn't win until the Pistons and the Celtics and the Lakers got old. Please. He stunk it up in one of the games of the 2008 NBA Finals, although Game 7, which happened on my Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Cavs and the Celtics happened at my birthday. Remember watching it at the Buffalo Wild Wings that I still go to. LeBron had a great game, but stats don't tell the story. Anyways, fast forward to 2009 and 2010. Won 60 games both years, had the best record in the league, still couldn't make the finals. Got cooked in 2009 against Jameer Nelson, Hedo Turkoglu, Dwight Howard, and Orlando Magic. And the following year, the old Boston Celtics sent his butt home in the second round. So he ran to South Beach. And guess what happened the first year? Actually, the first month of the year, he weren't doing so well. And LeBron tried to get Spoelstra fired, but Pat Riley was like, no. But in the finals, guess what happened to your glorious king? Stunk it up. Got outplayed by Smithfield chicken and barbecue employees, J.J. Barrera and Jason Terry. They were working the drive-thru. They were cooking on his butt, and he scored 8 points. And they were up 2-1, and guess what happened? They mocked him and D. Wade mocked Dirk, and the Mavs won. And then after the game, after the series, LeBron was like, y'all need to go back to your boring lives. They wake up to the same problems they face every day. I'm just here living my best life. Something around those lines. Like, bruh, we common folks are paying you, and you wouldn't be nothing without us. So keep that hot. And then in 2012, during the shortened season, which saw Derrick Rose blow out his ACL in the 2012 first-round playoffs against the Sixers, LeBron got lucky then, faced the young OKC Thunder. But before that, that Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals was dope. He did his thing in Boston, but still, the Celtics were old and pushed them to 7 games, but beat the young OKC Thunder, who were led by KD, who was my favorite player at the time before he started being a drama queen, Westbrook, who else? Ibaka, James Harden. And then the following year, he got saved by Ray Allen to beat the old Spurs, because had it not been for that, LeBron would have been worse, and Duncan possibly would have maybe been undefeated. And the next year, LeBron against the old Spurs again. First game, he was whining about cramps and stuff because the AC broke at the then AT&T Center, now the Frostbank Center in San Antonio. And the Spurs gentlemen swept them in 5 games. Then it all goes down when he comes back to Cleveland, runs to Kyrie's team. He struggles at first and takes a 2-week vacation to Miami, uses the roids and tears it up, only to choke a 2-1 lead to Golden State, and got outplayed by a bench player named Andre Iguodala. 16. He does win that championship, but the caveat was he ran to Adam Silver and got Draymond suspended with his future boo. And then Andrew Bogut got hurt. Curry struggled. And Kyrie saved his butt, scoring 41 points. And the following year, he got gentlemanly swept by the Warriors. And the year after, he got swept, Smithfield, chicken and barbecued again by Golden State and KD. And like I said in my earlier videos, nearing the end of the fourth quarter in game 1, he failed to go to the rebound, and J.R. Smith dribbled out the clock, and he gonna get mad at J.R. Smith like a female dude and power at the bench like a little teenage girl when his butt shouldn't have grabbed the rebound and at least put it up for a 2 or maybe shot a 3. Then in game 4, he broke his hand line. And also one of the press conferences, he was wearing a short shoot and having a purse like a female, wearing them combat boots that them females wore shortly before that time, like 2015, 16, 17 era. Like, and then he goes to LA and stat pads and stinks it up. LeBron, you need to go. You definitely need to retire. You've worn out your welcome in the league. I mean, you've had some great moments. Very athletic, great passer. But it's time for you to get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Me, get on up. Out of the NBA, get on up. Yeah, you know, he's one of him, Embiid, Curry, James Harden are one of the reasons why the modern day NBA is reminiscent of the old WCW, relying on old stars and not focusing much on younger and fresher talent. Anyways, it's your boy Big Kaz. I'll catch you next time. Take care.